Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. The frog's gone. Hey, can we talk about the weather yesterday? I mean, from my walk very first thing in the morning to sitting in a friend's front yard in Adirondack chairs later in the afternoon, it was spectacular. I also got my hair cut at Capitol Barbershop, highly recommended, by the way, and my third COVID booster. Starting to feel a little bit like a pincushion now. But all in all, it was a great day. Anyhow, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Dan Belson over at the Capitol dug up a story that for some reason never made the public report from the Annapolis Police Department. On Friday, APD arrested a 27-year-old Annapolis man on sex trafficking charges. The complaint alleges that the APD followed the suspect when he took a sex worker from his apartment to another residence. When they searched his apartment, they found $9,000 in cash and 18 grams of cocaine. The woman told police that she was brought to Annapolis from New York in order to pay off thousands of dollars owed for being brought into the United States. She also said that she was only allowed to leave the apartment when the suspect was taking her to a client's residence. Good job on Dan for digging this out. Not sure why the police wouldn't publicly report it. And it's also interesting to note, I was looking at the booking records, that all of the prostitution and sex trafficking charges are considered misdemeanors here in Maryland, and the only felony was the one for cocaine possession. Seems a little backwards to me. I hope you got the chance to listen to Dr. Pam Brown on yesterday's Hunger Action Month Zoom call. If not, you want to check it out on the Anne Arundel County Food Bank's Facebook page. Some of the statistics were staggering as inflation keeps rising, and based on the announcement yesterday of the CPI, it's only going to get worse. If you are in a position to help the food bank help our neighbors, please do. And you can go to eyeonannapolis.net and see a list of easy ways to help, or you can head over to aafoodbank.org. Hey, this is fun. Each year they add words to the dictionary. We all know that, right? Well, here are a few from this year's class that I thought were amusing. Up first, barkitecture. It's designing the interior and or exterior of one's home around your pets. Algospeak. That's using words on social media to avoid the algorithms that might flag that comment as unsuitable. You might use unalive versus dead. This one I loved, and I think we can all relate, but ghost colleague. It's a coworker that works remotely and is rarely in contact with other coworkers. And finally, at first there was sexting, and now there is fexting, which is just a fighting over text. Kind of fun. Now I have to home up on all my algo speak. And as we begin to wrap it up, tomorrow the inaugural Annapolis Songwriters Festival gets underway with a free concert with local favorites Jimmy Haha, Scribe, and Dean Rosenthal, along with regional powerhouse Honestly Soul, and headlining, drumroll please, Robert Randolph. Gets underway at 5 p.m. at MC3, which is the outdoor stage at Park Place, adjacent to the Westin Hotel. Again, this is totally free. More details and a complete schedule at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com, and do give a listen to the bonus pod we dropped a bit ago. Lots of great info on the paid shows and the more than 70 free shows going on all over town Thursday through Saturday. And if you want to see Jake Owen on Saturday at the City Dock stage, let me know. Ram's Head just hooked me up with another pair of tickets. All right, and that is a wrap on the news. Pod news up this weekend on the local business spotlight. Heather Skipper, the most appropriate name for a woman that manages the Naval Academy Business Services Division. And next week it is John Wojcik, who is a local author and a guy who just started up a brand new business called Mission Next. That one was really interesting. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and Scout and Molly's. So now you need to hang tight. George Young from DCMDV Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report, and it's a beaut. And of course, we have Bridget, also known as Beeper. I'm really sorry this is so long. Please don't kill me, John Buzz, with all your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All that in just a bit, so hang tight.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDV Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDV Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, September 14th. Skies cleared nicely yesterday, and they'll stay that way into next week. Look for sunshine each day today through at least next Monday with highs in the 77 to 83 degree range. Today through Saturday with 80 to 86 expected Sunday before warming up to maybe 84 to 90 degrees on Monday. And that's it, the simplest forecast ever for possibly the nicest stretch of weather for the Annapolis region for this calendar year. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday the 14th through Sunday, September 18th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today. Wednesday, start with Hippie Happy Hour at 49 West with Dave Chapo and friends. Up in Severna Park, Dana B will be covering for Larry Lay at Brian Baru. David Sparrow will be at Senor Chilean Arnold. Ben Heemstraw's full band, B-Band, will be at Dark Horse. And Driven to Clarity will be at Tuscan Prime. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. Chris Sachs is back at Julep. Sarah Page will be at Reynolds Tavern. Dana Denise will be playing the front room of 49 West. Day one of the Annapolis Songwriters Festival with Ramshead Group. Local musicians playing at MC3 and Metropolitan, such as Jimmy Haha, Scribe, Dean Rosenthal, Honestly Soul, and Swamp Candy. Also on Thursday, the 2nd September Sunset is back over at Ellen Moyer Park with my forever favorite boys, Eastport Oyster Boys. Weekend music. Friday night, start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. Daphne Ekman will be at Reynolds Tavern. Lost and Found duo will be at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Just down the road in Arnold, Michael Miller will be at Mother's. And if you are in Gambrels, head over to Blackwall Barn and Lodge for Jennifer Schimpf. Day 2 of the Annapolis Songwriters Festival with Ram's Head Group. Local musicians playing at Ram's Head Tavern, Stan and Joe's, 49 West, Metropolitan, and musicians such as Jimmy Haha, Brandon Hardesty, Doug Segree, David Sparrow, Ben Heemstraw, Ray Weaver, Daphne Ekman, Meg Murray, and more. Also on Friday night, you'll find Nate and Jim acoustic duo, rockin' Stan and Joe's on West Street. Saturday, start early with music by Guava Jelly at Bread and Butter Kitchen. If you're looking for something cool to do, I list these under other things to do at the bottom of each day. Saturday, there will be an open house at Goshen Farm in the Cape. This is a great opportunity to see inside this historic property and learn the history of all the buildings on this land. Day 3 of the Annapolis Songwriters Festival with Ram's Head Group. Local musicians playing at Ram's Head Tavern, Stan and Joe's, 49 West, the Graduate Hotel, Metropolitan, and just across the street at the Hilton Garden Inn. Musicians include Jimmy Haha, Jennifer Van Meter, who is back in town just for this event, Daphne Ekman, Scribe, Dan Haas, Alexander Peters, Pete Best, Ray Weaver, Angie Miller, Michael Kay, and more. Also on Saturday, a big event over on the other side of Back Creek in Annapolis, the Nigel and Johnny O Show. Any event by Johnny O is always a good time. He's behind the Annapolis St. Patrick's Parade, the Hooli, Shamrock the Dock, and this event is going to be at the Annapolis Sailing School, and if you've ever been to an event there, you know it's the best beach view in Annapolis right now. You don't get many opportunities to enjoy the views of the Bay Bridge from your feet in the sand on Bemby Beach, just down at the edge of Edgewood Road. So now is your chance. Tickets include open bar, dinner catered by Adam's Ribs, Timber Pizza, and music by We're Not Handsome and Party Foul Band. Also on Saturday, Ground Rent will be at Severna Park Tap House Saturday night. The Experience will be at Senior Chili and Arnold. And just down the road, the National Bohemians will be rockin' Brian Baru again. The Grilled Lincolns will be at Firm Brewing in Gambrels. PJ and Neil will be at Stan and Joe's Riverside. Since Ray Weaver is back from Denmark, he's all over the schedule this weekend. He will be at Galway Bay Saturday night. This will be a good show. Many of his musician friends show up and join him on stage throughout the night. And also on Saturday night, Desert Shade is back at Stan and Joe's, West Street. Sunday Fun Day, one of my faves. Kieran Quinn will be at Galway Bay. Guava Jelly will be at Grumps. Michael Kay and Joe Klumsick will be at Stan and Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Angie Miller will be at Senior Chili in Arnold. And Wendell Live is back Sunday at Carpaccio's. And the West Street Revival Band is back Sunday at Stan and Joe's on West Street, and they'll be playing the tunes of David Bowie and Queen. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. And I'll see you out there.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
One of the biggest questions I'm getting asked right now, what is going on with the housing market? Well, when the interest rates jumped up 2 percentage points, mortgage payments went up 20% for the same home. This is starting to have an effect on the number of buyers we are seeing, with 10% fewer home sales than last spring. However, our inventory is 25% lower than the same time last year. What does all this mean? There are more home buyers than homes on the market, so prices are still increasing. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who can guide you with solid, proven advice. Wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today and let us help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.